Hey guys, Mike Hansman, owner of Small Arms Pistol Academy, and in front of me you can see I do have the next level training. This is the Sirt Model 110 pistol. Now, what I want to talk about today is not really this, but you need this for the next component. So behind the camera, just to make this easier, I have their rifle. I'm gonna unbox it back here because I don't wanna make a mess in front of you, and this is a little bit bigger than trying to do just the pistol. So what I have is their rifle, and it's probably gonna be hard for you guys to see everything. So I'll get some different photos and stuff and include it as well. But this is their carbine. Now you can pull the barrel in and out, so you can change the actual length of the barrel. You can also change the length of your pull back here with the stock. You can use this and this point, if I can get it in the camera view, this one back here, so that you can actually use a QD or a quick disconnect sling and mount that to the firearm. You do have the access of M-LOK or key mod on here. They also include the Picatinny rails also up on the top, so you can actually take the optic off of your actual rifle or a pistol or other or whatever variant you have of a carbine, and you can throw that right on here. Same with all of your other accessories like flashlights and stuff. You can mount it right on here, and you can train with a laser gun instead of your real firearm and build perfect fundamentals. So again, you need this, the 110, to use inside here, which is called a Sirt Stic, S-T-I-C. It's right here. And let's get into it and show you what actually happens. How to put this in, how to take this apart. Step number one, I like to press this switch right here. Press it forwards and down. Now it's going to be a little stiff when you first get it. Then just pull this down. You're going to pull this little component, which is like your magazine well, if you will, for a real gun, and then flip this. Now what I'm doing is just putting the pistol inside here. You don't have to use a lot of force. I like to just move things out of the way. You can see how that just clipped down in here. And then in the back, I'm just hooking the gun actually up in here. Now what we have is the actual instructions of how to mount and how to disconnect the actual pistol from the Sirt Stic. I don't need that. I've already done this, so I just want to show you guys how it actually works, how it goes together. One reason that I like this is because the 110 has the weight of a G17. Now the version of the 110 I'm using is the polymer slide. So this is going to be like a New York compliant version, not the a real Glock 17 non-New York compliant with a 17 round mag. This is more similar to a 10 round magazine. So when you have the gun all put together, it does have a fairly accurate weight, I would say, of what, you know, a carbine would be. So that part's pretty cool. You can also put an actual magazine in here. So one of your 5.56 unloaded magazines, go ahead, throw it in here. Your magazine release button on here is not going to work like what a real gun would, but you can simulate utilizing it, and then you can pull it out, strip it, and put a new one in. So it's functional. But one of my favorite things about this is on a lot of carbine trainer devices, you do not have the ability to actually engage a safety in a fire position. On this one, you do. So if I engage it over, you could hear that audible click. It also moved this, which is essentially just like a trigger lock that goes behind it. So now my trigger has that full access, so I could engage. And I know you can't see my laser, but I'm gonna put it back on safe. When it's on safe, you can see right here behind my trigger, I can't pull my trigger backwards because that plastic is in the way, like a trigger lock right there, a trigger guard. So kind of neat how that works. It's not my favorite design. I feel that piece is a little chintzy, but I haven't put it through the test to see how long it's going to last yet. I just got these in. What I want to do though is back up my camera and pull the trigger a little bit. Not at anything cool out here, all right? We're just out in my garage. I just want you guys to see how this is going to function. So I'm just going to back it up a little bit. So stay tuned. That way we can get the actual gun in here. Again, I know this is not perfect, but I'm going to try going through the ring light right here so you guys can see this. As I engage my safety to put it on fire and I pull my trigger right now, let's move that dot up so you can see it on the wall. I'm gonna see if we can get a different focal point on here too. There we go. So you can see the dot on the wall every time I pull my trigger. Now, again, I could mount my optic up top here. That way I could actually engage this and you could see exactly if they're crossing where they should. So you could run this inside, outside, whatever you want to do. Here's what the gun looks like. Let me just kind of set it up over here. I don't know. It's perfect for training. You're not spending real money on ammo, which is one thing I really like about it. Number two, when you go to the range, as far as your trigger control, as far as engaging your safety, it's all going to be there for you. So pretty cool design. You can take all of your optics or accessories off of your real gun, put it on here, and you're not wasting the money on the ammo. Ammo's expensive. It's hard to get. Train, all right? You don't have to spend a fortune. So do what you can. And if you live in the city and it's a pain in the butt to get to a gun range, this is something you can use frequently right there at your house, in the city, in your own home, living room, basement, bedroom, I don't care. But spend some time with this every day. And when you do go to the gun range and you're spending 70 cents per round to pull that trigger, at least you're making those rounds count because you've had the training at your own house prior to getting to the range. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this training. Stay tuned. I'm going to include targets in future videos so you can download them. I'm going to give you different training advice and what you should do with this so that you can become a better shooter when you do go to the range and pull the trigger for real. I am not a paid person by Sirt or anything. This is just what my business likes to use for a training device. I do think it's one of the best trainers on the market. So stay tuned.